start it right here. We could make it easy and do 16 inches for the bigger tube, and then reduce down to the 2-inch tube for maybe 1 foot, so 16 inches and 12 inches, and then we'll go off of that. Alright, all better. So what we did was we went out, measured the coop, decided that we wanted a 16-inch length of 3-inch diameter PVC pipe and a 12-inch length of 1.5-inch PVC pipe. We're going to reduce the 3-inch into the 1.5-inch. We've got a 90-degree elbow that's going to go through the wire, and then a 45-degree street PVC elbow that the chickens will be able to eat out of. Okay, so just like the feeder with the water, we're starting with a 16-inch length of 3-inch PVC pipe. That'll get reduced down to 1.5 inches. We've got a 12-inch length for that. That 12-inch length is going to plug into a 45-degree elbow. We've got another small length of 1.5-inch PVC pipe to go into the coop itself, where we're going to have a cross tee. And off of the cross tee, first we've just got a clean out valve adapter that's going to plug into the bottom, and then put the clean out plug screwed into it so that we can clean out the system whenever we want to. And then off of either side, we've got a 1.5-inch to 1/2-inch bushing with an adapter that screws into it, and then 1/2-inch PVC pipe, 6 inches long, coming off with another adapter, and then a threaded cap to close off the system. And on this length of 1/2-inch PVC, we're going to drill holes and then screw in these watering caps. Smallest pipe. Yep. So we put it all together, and the gaskets that are attached to the drinking cups are supposed to create a watertight seal when you screw it in tight. That didn't work, so I'm just going to put some joint compound onto the threads of these like I probably should have yesterday, and I don't even know why I didn't. Joint compound will make it watertight, so it will stop leaking and then we can go ahead and put this out. Ow, that hurts. Ooh. It didn't get glued well enough, so we're just gonna fix it. And it probably isn't even gonna come apart, but I'm hoping that it was a bad enough glue job that the PVC pipe isn't welded to itself, which is what the glue does, and we can just twist it apart. So the good news is that we did such a bad job gluing these two ends together through the wire that it basically just twisted right apart, and we can try to do it better. Well, I cleaned all of the silicone off of the pipe. I went in with sandpaper and I sanded the connection down. We really didn't have very much glue at all in the part that we tried to connect through the wire, so it wasn't difficult at all to get it nice and clean again, which just goes to show you, if you're going to fail, at least do it so badly that it's basically falling apart so you can do it again. Now, since the directions for this told us to drill a 3/8 inch hole and then just screw the watering cup in, and it turned out that that hole was way too small, I'm just putting what I feel like is probably a ton of this thread tape on here to try and make it have a tight fit instead of a not tight fit, because it was just flopping around inside of there. And hopefully we'll have a watertight system. What we originally did was we read the instructions and it said to drill a 3/8 inch hole into a pipe, screw the water cup in, and it would be good. Maybe use some plumber's tape if you need to. We did that, it wasn't good. We tried the plumber's tape, it wasn't good. For the other holes, we realized that it was going to be too loose of a fit, so what we did was we drilled a slightly smaller hole and we used a tap and die set to actually thread the PVC pipe to 3/8 of an inch. That's a good measurement if you use plumber's tape, but not just drilling a hole. You need to use a 3/8 inch tap and die set to thread it at 3/8 inch, not drill a hole and then hope that this would just fit. Bad instructions. This hole's too big. I tried using the plumber's tape. I tried using a ton of plumber's tape to just make it fit, and it just is way too big of a hole. So we're just gonna tape it. We're not gonna use a cup here. We're going to have 3 cups, which according to
Oh, I thought you were wrapping tape around the edge of it.
Oh no, this cup, gone. But according to the package that we got, 1 cup is supposed to be good for 12 chickens, so we could have, what, 36 chickens with this rig, according to the packaging. We've got 4. This will be fine.
So it's been 2 days since we set this up. Put this somewhere. So I'm gonna go ahead and put some water in it to see if it is working and if it's watertight. So it is leaking here. So here is the end result. It's been a few weeks since we finished this. The water are off and we've got the new cups on there. It seems to be holding water pretty well. I went ahead and added silicone to every point on the red cups. So it's not leaking there. The only place that I think it would be the cup on the left there was at a slightly lower angle than the cup on the right. So when it fills up with water, it begins to dip down and water can start to pour off of it. But this one is perfectly level. So when you're attaching these, you should have paid attention to, it was hard to tell because this is at such a slight angle, the whole water is. So we had to make sure the cups are going to be at that proper angle, which was difficult to do, but it works and that's good enough for me. We'll probably fill it up every 2 days or so, top it off with some rainwater, and they seem happier with the wider cups versus the ones where they had to actually peck at it. I don't think they ever quite figured out how to do that. So yeah, the chickens are definitely happier with the wider dish and the wider water cups as well. Yeah, on to the next project.